Well, welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, how are you?
I'm good, man. We are enjoying two things at once, and I'm pretty excited to talk about both of them.
Oh, yeah. I really like that sound, too. I don't have any more space in my OneDrive, so there's that. Yeah,
You don't need it.
Tell us about it. What do we
So,
got?
the first thing that we're enjoying is on our skin. Our shirts are in. So, checking these out. Initial reactions, they're soft. I like it. They're a little thicker than the other ones, which is nice.
Yeah.
And the prints look fantastic. So, thanks again, Queen City Creative Works. Appreciate it. And the second thing that we're enjoying is Premium Coffee's chocolate, hazelnut, cinnamon, new flavored coffee.
Deliciousness.
And it tastes like liquid Nutella. And it's going to be tough to consistently talk with you because I just want to either drink all of this and then just eat the beans inside the bag. So all the grounds, just crush them.
Do you have this... Do you want to smell the beans a lot before you brew it the first time, or are you one that just puts it right in the coffee?
No, I smell it like a freak. I'll just full nose, just dive right in, and then I look over at Sam, and then he's like, "My turn."
Yeah.
It's a good
Smell
time.
it.
Yeah.
So mine's already gone because I destroyed it because I have 14 cups of coffee a day. So yeah, this is Premium Coffee Company's chocolate hazelnut cinnamon. Do that for the thumbnail. This is very interesting because it is liquid Nutella. And the Morgan, was on the podcast when we did the interview with them, she was throwing it around of it's called coffee hazelnut cinnamon or coffee or chocolate cinnamon hazelnut. Which order would you prefer it be in? Chocolate hazelnut cinnamon or chocolate cinnamon hazelnut?
Cinnamon at the end.
Yep. Why is that?
Because you get more of the chocolate hazelnut in the flavor anyways. The cinnamon's more in the nose.
Yeah. And I think that more people associate chocolate hazelnut with Nutella, which will then pull out the Nutella flavor when people are drinking it, rather than chocolate cinnamon. There's no real chocolate covered cinnamon and then hazelnut at the end. So, Morgan, if you're listening to this, we like the chocolate hazelnut cinnamon label to it.
Absolutely.
It's
Which
delicious.
she better watch because it's her job to watch. But
Good point.
no, it's fine. She's awesome. She sent us a wonderful email which discussed the story behind it. So, few keynotes. All of their flavors are made with their house blend, which is their lightest roast, to make sure that you're fully getting the flavor taste that they're aiming for. If you like a darker coffee, like she does, she recommends getting a half pound of whichever flavor you want, mixed with the medium dark roast of your choice. She promises that you'll still get the flavor, so don't skip out on the flavors just because you like dark coffee.
And I can attest to that, too, because
Yeah.
I love dark coffee, and I'm one to shy away from flavors because I like coffee plain. And I had this feeling that adding flavors in it, especially with a lighter blend like she was talking about, will take away some of the things that I like about coffee. But I did have it because I blew through my bag in like a matter of 6 days.
Jesus.
So I had a little bit left. I had 2 scoops left, and I mixed it with the dark Guatemalan that I also got from them, and it was incredible. You can still taste it, but it still had that boldness of the dark coffee. So it's amazing, and it tasted, I would think, even better with the dark coffee.
What was your ratio for that flavored with the dark with water?
Yeah, half and half. So what I normally do with my coffee is I'll put in 10 cups of water, so 10, and then I'll do a half plus 1. So I'll do scoops of coffee being 6 scoops of coffee because I put in 10 cups of water. So with this, when I mixed it with the dark Guatemalan, I did 2 and 2, and I only made 7 cups that day. 6 cups that day? 6 cups that day. Nailed it. Because I didn't have enough for the ratio that I wanted. So I only made 6 cups that day. With the mix. I had more after. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so I'll do half plus 1, and that's how I get to my coffee to water ratio. What about you?
I'll just, whatever you do, I do. Yep. 100%.
So you have no math behind it. You just do whatever you feel.
Yeah. Yep. But I only make like 3 to 4 cups each time.
How do you function?
I don't really necessarily need coffee.
I sent you a snap the other day of me drinking at like 8 o'clock at night.
It was repulsive. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I don't get it. So, few notes as well while we are on the topic. Also, mind you, it's like 10:30 in the morning, so we're barely awake. We're just trying to get through the first half of this episode. It's a good time. Premium Coffee, as in they, also has new summer flavors at the coffee bar. So for those of you that don't know or haven't watched the interview yet, please do, because they have like a bistro bar inside, as well as all of their coffee and flavors, and then different shop items that you can buy. It's pretty nice. So they have honey lavender cold brew, Nutella iced coffee, iced pineapple ginger matcha, iced guava green tea lemonade, iced peach honey green tea are the new summer flavors. So you might want to turn me down a smidge.
Yeah, Jesus, why are you screaming today?
I don't know, man.
Am I even registering? Yeah, I'm registering. We're good. But you're screaming. Good for you, dude. You're drinking coffee and you feel like you can just take on the world.
That's it. You want to know the other thing that's up today? This bicep, bro.
God, can you stop? But yeah, so when we had the interview with Premium Coffee, we'll link the video at the end of this video. It was a great interview. She talked about the coffee bar that they're going to be that they have now.
Yeah.
And those are the drinks that you can get. So as soon as you walk into Premium, on the left-hand side, they have all the coffee beans that you can ask for whole beans or get them ground. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. I was thinking chopped, like you're just chopping the beans in half. No, you're getting the beans ground, and then over to the right, they have the coffee bar where you can get your cold brews and stuff like that, and sandwiches.
Yeah.
So it's a cool area. Listen to the interview. It'll be linked at the end of this episode. And I apologize if anyone can hear my sniffing. Allergies came out of nowhere for me because we just skipped spring. So I don't know what to do. Do you get allergies at all?
I used to get seasonal, and then it kind of went away. I don't know why, but I'll get like a slight eye itch. Nothing crazy, but otherwise, no. I think the only thing I really deal with is some sinus pressure when there's a constant influx in temperature. Yeah. But other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, my nose just starts running all the time, which was great because we went to Niagara Falls yesterday. It got roasted. My face is so red. Or at least it was yesterday. Today it might have tanned already.
Yeah, it's not that bad now.
Italian, whatever. So we went to Niagara Falls and I'm sniffling and sneezing and everyone's like, "Oh, Rona, here it comes."
It's
We're
back.
not going to talk about it today. We want today's episode to be free of all
Current events.
Yes. We'll keep it at that.
Yes.
Good for you.
So, oh man.
There we go. It's hot too. Mm-hmm. Just came out of the drip. We should have made this French press. But I don't have a French press, so.
You don't?
You can't. No. I did, but then I left something in it and it got moldy. I don't know what it was because coffee wouldn't get moldy, but it got weird.
Interesting.
So no, I don't have a French press right now.
I also don't have a French press. I have an auto drip. Yeah. Living my best life.
Absolutely. Auto drips are just easy. You press the button and walk away.
That's it.
Or schedule it for next morning. That's what I do.
I never did that.
No.
I never set up the timer to just automatically happen.
What time do you wake up normally during the week?
Is the gym open or closed?
Here we go again. Open.
4:40.
Okay, so if you set the thing to go up, like start dripping at 4:30, you're gonna wake up to the smell of crackling bacon. You know, no, you're gonna wake up to some insane coffee. So why not do it?
I'd like to wake up in the morning to the fresh smell of bacon.
So sue me.
So I cook my foot. So for t-shirts, let's touch on those quickly. So far we just counted. Was
15.
it 15?
15
we have
pre-orders.
15 pre-orders right now. Every day it grows. We're typically capping it at like 50 shirts per batch, just to keep things simple. But we have sizes ranging from extra small to double XL. If you are interested in a t-shirt, send us a message either on our personal pages or all over our platforms. Let us know, drop a comment, or text us, depending on who you are. Let us know. Portion of proceeds are going to a local organization that is nonprofit and volunteer-based. So we're excited for that. And yeah, man, I mean, we're basically just collecting orders now, and then we're kind of ballparking like end of June. It'll all be ready.
Yeah.
And then we can start shipping and handing out and ensuring that the packages deliver on time.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, if you want a pre-order t-shirt, let us know. We'll mark you down. Give us your size and address, first name, last name, and Size a t-shirt if I didn't say that.
Yep.
That's it.
We'll go from there. Also, more exciting news is we are starting interviews back up again.
Yes.
For the most part. So, with the new restrictions being somewhat lifted, we are going to start going to conduct interviews now, which is exciting. We already have one scheduled for the 19th, which is a local homebrew again. A brewery out in Eden, they are, and they make their own beers similar to Briar Brothers. So if you haven't listened to Briar Brothers, go listen to that. And this interview will be coming out probably a week or so after that 19th. So hopefully we can provide you with more content to continue going forward and hopefully get back to some sort of normalcy here.
There's also a list that we have of over 25 people and businesses that we want to have on our show. So I feel like we can start reaching out and being like, hey, when are you comfortable? And then that way we can start scheduling and making moves.
Do you want to give them a little teaser of what we have coming up? So they can, just from like what's on that list, like the business types and everything, just so people can get excited and maybe share with their friends if they're think that they'll like it in the future too. Yeah,
so we have Devil's River Whiskey with Rachel Glover, which is going to be amazing. Macy's Place Pizzeria, 3 Chord for another product. We have Resurgence Thin Man. We have Tom Cavanaugh. We have Queen City Creative Works. We have a couple wedding photographers. We have a brewery out in Syracuse. There's O'Begley's. There's also a tattoo artist. There's more products from Southern Tier. And let's see what else.
Southern Tier Brewing too.
Yep, Tier Brewing.
And we also reached out to our first winery. So
yes, and wineries.
We have a winery that we have been in contact with who's basically been following us from day one. Cool winery located in Geneva, right? Geneva, I think. So over by the Finger Lakes area.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do wine because we do whiskey, we've done beer. The next step, I guess, for us would be to grab some wine. So we didn't want to do a wine without interviewing somebody first with it. So we reached out to this winery out in Geneva, and that'll be coming up relatively soon as well. Also,
Breezy Barburrito on Elmwood. So, there's a ton of local businesses. But if you know any local business owners that may be interested in for advertising on our show, drop a comment, let us know. Shoot us a text, DM, however you want to get in contact, let us know, and then we'll collab and throw it up.
We're doing every business, too, so it's not still elixirs or beers or anything like that. It's everything.
Yeah, literally anything. If it's a Buffalo business, we want to have you on the show.
Yeah, we just like to talk to people. You and I like to talk anyway. We might as well talk to someone else, too.
Seriously. We get to talk again tomorrow.
We do. What are we doing tomorrow?
Devil's River.
Oh, okay, cool.
Devil's River small batch, to be exact, which I'm excited for. Mm-hmm. So I never had that. No. I think I had one Devil's River product at Whiskey Fest, and I was basically half in the bag and couldn't really enjoy it. So I'm excited to sit down and thoroughly go through this product.
That was towards the end of the night.
Yes, it was.
That was a rough day.
Yes, it was. That was a rough day.
Well, you had a little get-together this weekend, too.
We did. So on Friday, I had people over at my house. I was stressed, naturally, because the house had to look immaculate. Things had to be in order. Just kidding, it really doesn't. But because it's me, it does. So
he told everybody to get there around 5. I get there at 5:30, and he's caulking the outside of his house like a psychopath. Why didn't you tell us just to come later?
No way, man. I got that because I knew everybody was going to come later anyways, except for you. And if you show up early, it's different. Yeah. I'm like, all right, Derek's here. He can chill, have some whiskey, and laugh at me. And I got this nasty caulk gun from Home Depot, dude. It's so sick. It was the expensive one. You can buy like the cheap ones for like $2, but they break after 4 caulk tubes. So I jumped up and got the one for $20, and it's got the pressure mount on the back.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. So I basically wanted to reseal just the perimeter around my porch and then along the side of my house going up to my garage. So I stuffed it with some foam and then caulked over it. And then I pull up and I'm halfway through knocking out basic dude stuff. Shout out to Pat Mack. And just crushing caulk. And then he looks at me, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, just caulking, man. And I was gross. I was super sweaty. I was cutting the grass. I was doing all the landscaping, just knocking stuff out.
And Colleen's like, Mike, get in the shower. Like,
yeah.
No, man, got caulk.
Gotta cook. She's inside knocking out all the spreads, making sure people had food. But no, it was good. We had 10 people over. Literally hung out, had a fire, had some food. We had pizza wings. Shout out Wegmans, and please be a sponsor. And
Oh, yeah. We can get Danny Wegman on.
good old Danny Wags.
Yeah.
No clash. We gotta have him on.
We should email them. Just see what they would say.
They're probably like, you're a joke.
Yeah.
And no, just keep buying our groceries because we're the greatest. Be like, all right, you're not wrong. You guys are the greatest. So it was a good time. It was a nice little get together. Tons of food, tons of leftovers. We have now way too much beer in my house, and I don't really, I can drink beer, but I'd prefer a nice bourbon. Mm-hmm. So now I got too much beer at my house, and I don't really know what to do. Yeah, I mean, whiskey makes it all better.
It does. Whiskey does make it all better.
So now I basically just got to keep having my dad over the house so he can drink all his beer, because I don't know who else is going to be drinking all his beer.
Did you buy the beer? Or did people bring it?
Mixture of both, but mainly I just bought because I told everybody it's BYOS. All right, come over to my house, it's BYOS. Everyone's like, bring your own shit? And I was like, no. Bring your own smile. That's it. Just come over, hang out, relax, enjoy the oasis in my small little Cheek to Vegas dwelling. It's a good time. Speaking of, so in like 3 years is the decision point. We're either totally moving south, probably not going to happen, I know, Colleen, or we're going to like the south towns. So we're still moving south, but we're not going to leave New York State.
So it's a loophole.
It's a loophole. So
Colleen's like, you want to move south? We'll move south.
Oh yeah.
How it is, West Seneca Sound.
So I found a house on Zillow because I have like a saved search on Zillow, and an alert came up on my phone. So I opened it, checked it out, and it was a super nice house in Eden for like 250 grand, and I'm like, probably out of the price range, but I'll look at it. Looked at it, and it was worth being out of your price range for.
Yeah.
Everything was like immaculate in the home. I was like, all right, either these photos are lying or it is actually a super nice house. And I know the real estate game has changed due to COVID. So typically they weren't doing like walkthroughs. You would basically buy on site. And I'm like, this thing's probably going to sit on Zillow for a couple days until somebody can actually verify that the photos are legit, because they were great photos on Zillow. And about 2 hours later, I get an alert for another email for the same address. And I'm like, what? So I look at it, and there's a pending sale. And it was gone.
Really?
Gone.
Quick?
That was it. It was literally on Zillow for like a couple hours. And I was like, all right, that's cool.
I didn't want the house anyway.
Yeah. It's literally going to be on Zillow under pending sale longer than it was for sale. That's how fast that went. So I sent the link to Colleen. I was like, what do you think of this? And she's like, yeah, that would be nice. I'm like, well, no. Like, we don't have time for the wood. Like, it is nice, so we have to move. And then she's like, we're not ready yet. I was like, I mean, you're half right. It doesn't matter. House is gone. So, stuck. Can't leave.
So, we all know that we won't be moving south for the most part, like, states-wise. But when would you want to move? Like,
3 years.
So 3 years even if you move down to, like, Eden?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Wow, then you got some time.
Yeah.
Why are you searching now? You're going to just piss yourself off.
Mixture of two reasons. One, to get pissed off, but then the other reason is just so I understand where the market's at, so I can watch the trends over the time. And then I'm like, all right, because for the last 3 years, this is kind of how it's been, and then I can negotiate a little bit better because I have some background knowledge instead of just 100% relying on the realtor and his experience. I can kind of meet at the table and speak intelligently with him. I hate going into things blind. You know what I mean? Especially for a house. It's a huge purchase.
Right.
So I always do due diligence, and I don't know. I was called astute once, and I was like, you need to tone it down. Relax.
Rethink that move, son.
Yeah, rethink that move, son. I can barely spell that word, let alone say it correctly, and you're trying to call that me? Like, no. But
All right, so try it.
Astute?
Yeah.
ASTIUTE.
I don't even know how to
Yeah, see, exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's E. E-stute.
So you call me out and you can't even spell it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really calling you out to be dumb. I just didn't know how to spell it.
ASTUTE. Was I right? I don't even know how.
ASTUTE?
Yeah.
Is it?
ASTUTE.
Wow, look at you, dude.
Was I right the first
I
time?
don't know.
I think I added like an I, like an idiot.
We'll rewatch. Having or showing an ability to accurately assess situations or people and turn this into one's advantage. So an astute businessman. That basically describes you. It says an astute Mike Kelly right there.
Oh, yeah,
weird.
I'm sure. I can barely add 2 plus 2. Jesus. But, yeah, so that's where we're at, 3 years, because that'll give time to finish definitely the backyard's going to be done this year. But then we can knock out the rest of the basement and then flip the bathroom. And then once the bathroom's completely gutted and redone, then the house is essentially ready. Then it's just small finishing touches, replace carpets in like one room and call it a day. So,
Cool. Well, that's exciting.
we'll see, man.
Speaking of house stuff, I decided that I wanted to torture myself and manually put a berm on my property, which was such a terrible mistake when I was only doing it by myself and didn't have anything automatic to help me. So I'm like, you know what? I need a berm, so I might as well make it 34 feet long and 6 feet wide, because why not? So I had to manually dig up the entire grass and flip it, which was a 4-hour project, 5-hour project, and then move 3.5 yards of mulch yesterday. So it's fine. I mean, I'm only sore every part of my body, but it's okay. We'll get through it. My hamstrings have never hurt so bad in my life. Partially because I have a desk job working from home. I haven't moved in 14 months because I don't need to, and COVID. So all of my muscles are like, all right, we'll just chill and have pizza. And then I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to do 4 hours of hard labor. And that was it. So I'm struggling. I can't walk upstairs right now. It's tough, man. I didn't think it was going to be that much work, to be honest. It was tough.
It's a lot. The prep work alone is the killer.
Yeah.
And then the finishing touch of just spreading mulch is like easy, but nobody thinks about the raking of the beds and weeding and doing all the... It's terrible.
The part of just jumping on a shovel to cut it into the grass, that hurt the arches of my feet so bad, because obviously I don't have proper work boots, so I'm out there in flip-flops trying to do this. Not really, but kind of close. Slip-on shoes. But like the arches of my feet are shot.
Yeah.
So
We got to get you some inserts.
yeah, or just work boots and just finally be a man. But I just don't feel like it.
I think once you get your truck, then you'll get your first pair of work boots.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Then I'll get my first pair of jeans with a hammer pocket in them too.
100%.
Perfect, please. I want those so bad.
Why?
Because it's just the ultimate dad. And then I'll get New Balances and I'll just be a good time. I got my hammer right here, you see?
Speaking of dad moves, I told Colleen this, and it's not because I'm like a sadistic psycho, but I randomly was daydreaming about our baby announcement because my buddy just did his. And I'm like, I wonder how we would do that. Because me and Colleen and I are semi low key, like we don't really want to have like a gender reveal or anything. But the baby announcement, I feel, is like a necessary post if you were going to post on social media, just so like the family can keep up or whatever.
Would you do a gender reveal?
No.
No, nailed it.
So unless she's like hell-bent on it, then happy wife, happy life.
What
But
would you do?
I don't know. Maybe
Like a
shoot
golf
something.
ball?
No, I'd probably shoot something.
You'd miss the swing.
100%. I would top it, and then no one would know. So for the baby like post, like, hey, we're expecting, or hey, we are pregnant, then I already have it like mapped out.
Yeah.
And it's me going full dad, and I'm stoked because that's all I want to do. I want to be like the newest neighborhood DILF.
Oh, Jesus.
100%.
What does that even mean? Not DILF. I know what DILF means, but like what would be your thing? Or are you saving it?
I'm saving it.
Okay.
You'll see.
Would you ever do like my kid is this month's old and put it next to a pizza or something? Like 6 months and then show 6 slices of pizza?
No.
Or 6 donuts?
No.
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
Like I know what 6 is. You don't have to explain it to me in donuts.
I also don't understand why people say their baby's like
147 months old.
exactly. I was literally going to say 148 months, and you're one below me. So yeah, I just translate it. Like do math. That's ridiculous.
What is the acceptable time to not call your child in months?
Once they hit 1 year.
Okay.
So now the question is, here's the question of the day. Question of the day. Do you...
We'll have a graphic. Question of the day. No cocktail section. Question of the day.
Yeah. Do you have... What's your train of thought on this? When you're born, are you 0 months or are you 9 months?
No, 0.
Okay. So the first 9 months don't matter.
No.
Okay.
Why? You think that the first 9 months matter?
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion yet. But I always wondered that.
Thought we weren't getting into politics, Mike.
Is it political?
I don't know.
I don't either. Oh, I'm sure it could be. It's like,
It
well,
could be,
from the point of conception, or
Yeah,
like I don't.
what determines birth? Like, when are you actually a human? That's the political discussion point. But
Got
you
it.
won't have to go down that road.
Well, no,
So,
but I'm just trying to figure.
I would
Like,
think like the day that you're born, you're 0, but you're in your first year. So like right now, I just turned 28 last 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
But I'm on my 29th year. So why am I 28? Like, I'm in my 29. I should be called 29. I'm in my 29th year of living. You know what I'm saying?
100%. See,
See?
let us know your thoughts, people.
Yeah.
We're gonna get one comment that says "love it."
Yeah. It's my favorite because these spam comments that we get on every video, one, make me feel happy because at least somebody's listening, but not really, because they'll post 4 seconds into our upload and be like, oh, listen to the whole thing, loved it. It's like, no, you didn't. We posted it 4 seconds ago. You didn't listen to the whole clip, but we get that notification right away, like, good content, guys, you want to be friends? It's like, what? No, I don't want to be YouTube friends. What does that even mean?
I know. I know.
I mean, I guess I should start doing that to people's videos too. To start commenting as soon as they upload. First. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that either. Like, it's not you're not getting an award. As soon as someone posts like a viral video goes, everyone's like, first. Who's the first person to comment? It's like, great. Do you want an award? I'm not going to give you anything. You don't. It's just so weird to me. People are so strange. They really are.
Yep.
We live in a strange time.
Very.
First, second.
I want to comment like 486th.
1,264th. Like, sweet. Good job.
Ridiculous.
I mean, I understand wanting to be the first person to do something, but it's a YouTube comment. It's not like if a video is getting 10,000 comments, no one's even going to see your first one. It's not like they pin it, like, oh, this person's first, pin it to the top. Nailed it. It's like, no, it's not how that works.
Correct.
But do that to ours, please. We want more comments. So be first. Loved it. Want to be YouTube friends? I don't know, man. So what are your thoughts as you keep drinking this coffee? Because remember, as we've known, especially with beer, and well, not especially with beer, but we learned this through our beer discussion, is that the taste of things come out once it gets to room temperature. Because your tongue is not programmed to taste extreme hots or extreme colds. So if you want the most flavor, you want it more room temperature. So now this is closer to room temperature and not molten lava hot, like Hot Pockets. What do you feel right now?
Well, it was amazing because it's gone. So, nailed it.
Perfect.
I totally forgot about the rating part. I was just like super excited to keep drinking liquid Nutella. But I got it. I got it mentally of what I would say. Because it's how I feel inside.
Perfect. So you already destroyed that cup.
Yeah.
Now you're having an acid reflux attack. That's fine.
No, it's too smooth for that. Yeah. As I vomit on my mic.
It's too. So, what are your? Let's get into the initial or into the rating, because obviously we're not having a cocktail section. Your cocktail section is mix 2 scoops with this with 2 scoops of dark watermelon, and you'll be happy.
Yeah, or just water, and you're fine.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Do you think coffee? This is another thing that I don't like. Why does coffee make you dehydrated? You're making it literally with water.
It's got to be those beans, bro.
But how?
I don't know science.
I don't have beans in here. It's the flavor from the beans. It's not like I'm eating coffee grounds for it to absorb the water. It's literally coffee, like water. It's coffee flavored water. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So why does it make you dehydrated?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
Let me oogles it.
Yeah, let me see what Oogle says.
I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, because the only 3 things that I drink in life are whiskey, coffee, and water. And 2 of them make me dehydrated. So I'm basically just going to shrivel up.
You ready?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yes.
So,
best news I've heard all day.
Despite what you've heard, coffee and caffeinated tea are not dehydrating, experts say. Obviously, we can definitely trust all the experts.
Experts from Wikipedia.com.
It's from Time Magazine, so equally as inaccurate. So it says, it's true that caffeine is a mild diuretic, which means that it causes your kidneys to flush extra sodium and water from your body through urine. So I guess that would be why it dehydrates you. It's because it's a diuretic, so it flushes your internal water intake because it flushes your kidneys. Yeah. However, I don't think it's as bad as people say.
So as long as you keep drinking coffee. So here's the thing. If you drink coffee, and you don't drink anything else after that, then you're fine. But if you're neurotic like me and you have 14 cups of coffee one after another, you'll never dehydrate.
So drinking caffeine-containing beverages as part of a normal lifestyle, like you just said, doesn't cause fluid loss in excess of the volume ingested. While caffeinated drinks may have a mild diuretic effect, meaning that they may cause the need to urinate, they don't appear to increase the risk of dehydration.
There you go.
So let's see if it hydrates you.
It probably doesn't hydrate you.
Coffee and tea also count in your tally for drinks that hydrate you, mainly used to believe that they were dehydrating, but that myth has been debunked. The diuretic effect does not offset hydration. So
I'm golden. I can wipe water out of my diet, is what you're saying.
No.
In the MyFitnessPal app, when it says track your water, I'm tracking coffee now.
Oh my God.
They're going to be like, you drink a lot of water. It's like, no, it's just all coffee. I drink 4 pots a day, so I'm hydrated. But it is also thermogenic, right? Like it helps boost metabolism, I'm pretty sure.
If something's a thermogenic, it increases your internal body temperature, which would cause your metabolism to increase its rate, which is why what you said is accurate, but also inaccurate.
Because it doesn't increase it's the same discussion of like, oh, your body uses fat as energy. It's like, no, it doesn't. Like, from a process perspective, yes, it does. But like, it's not actually using the fat in your body as energy. It's a breaking down process and all that stuff. Like,
correct. The aminos are the actual energy source.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, this isn't increasing your metabolism, but it's inherently increasing your metabolism rate based off of it's increasing your internal body temperature.
Yes.
So I should be like 40 pounds, dude.
You should have a high metabolism.
Speaking of which, I do have a high metabolism, which is why I can eat the shit that I do and not be 7,000 pounds. Because I also had Mooney's mac and cheese upstairs that I'm having for lunch. So,
oh my God.
We went to Mooney's last night, got the whole.
For those of you, oh my God. For those of you that don't, for those of you that don't know what Mooney's is, it's Mooney's bought the old Tony Rome's in West Seneca, moved in, and they're famous for mac and cheese, amongst other things, like really, really cheap happy hour specials, which is great. So their mac and cheese is extremely thick and cheesy and filling. It's great. They have all different kinds of flavors and mixed concoctions, and it's insane, but it's like a half dish is all you need, and then you take the rest home.
Yeah, so they have a side, and they have a whole. The whole's only $4 more, and you get quadruple the amount of mac and cheese. So why not get the whole and then save it for the next day? I had to stop myself, though, because I was almost going to finish the whole there. They have a challenge there. So, like, you know how some restaurants do, if you can order a pound burger or whatever and finish it, it's like, all right, that's child's play, first of all. But you know those types of stuff?
The cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I have a story about it.
Dude, I can destroy a pound burger in like 5 seconds.
So the cheeseburger challenge, I did it with my team years ago. I still have the Polaroid picture with the giant fake cheeseburger. And my buddy he didn't want that much bread. So on the menu it says any burger can become a wrap. So we did the challenge. He goes, "Can I have the challenge as a wrap?" And he was the first person to ever ask.
Really?
Because they're like, it's the challenge, but it's a burger. Like you just eat it. And he's like, "Yeah, but your menu says that any burger can become a wrap, so I'm gonna do the challenge." And his logic was sound.
Right.
So the waitress had to do it. So she comes back and, dude, the size of this wrap, it was hysterical. It was like 6 separate wraps in one to make up for the challenge. And it was just like, it basically became the same amount of bread. So we're all sitting there dying laughing. And then we eat it. And it was after a training cycle of it was like a week training cycle. Came back and we annihilated the food. So by the time she left and then came back to be like, "How were the initial bites?" Most of us were done with the challenge. So we're sitting there just pounding these burgers. And then she came back to empty plates for 4 out of the 6 of us. And she goes, "So how was, so it was good?" And then she remembered it was a challenge. So she looked and she goes, "I think we have new records." And we're sitting there "Yeah, that was good. Are there any sides?" And she's like, "No." Super grossed out. And we're like, "All right, let's take our photo and put it up on the wall." Dude, it was obnoxious.
Are there any cheeseburgers around anymore? There was one in the McKinley Mall, was there?
I think there's one in the North Towns. But
Maybe.
there was one in the McKinley Mall, but then somebody drove through it with their car.
Perfect. Which is basically what McKinley Mall stands for. It's just destruction.
Rest in peace, Olive Garden.
Oh, Jesus.
Niagara Falls Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you do like the whole dad thing when she came back and she's like, how was it? And then your plate's empty and you're like, oh, I hated it. Oh, ha, ha, ha. No. So dumb.
I was too busy asking for more food.
But yeah, so they have this challenge at Mooney's where if you can finish a whole one in 30 minutes, you win.
Oh, that's nothing.
And I'm like, oh my God. So we went with Gina's friends, and one of Gina's friends, was eating it, and he's like, oh yeah, I could probably do it. And then he got the plate, and it was a pretty big plate because the whole thing is huge. And he's eating it, and then he's like, oh, this is getting a lot. And he had like ate a third of it. And I'm basically done with mine. And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do it. And I turn the plate over so everybody can see it. I'm basically done. I have like a sliver left that I just had to save because I wanted some of Gina's French fries.
Why didn't you crush the challenge?
Because it wasn't like you had to have like say that you wanted to do the challenge, and I didn't when I started. I didn't say that I wanted to do the challenge when I started, so she didn't start the stopwatch. I didn't know I was going to be a beast that day, even though I could do it any day of the week.
Yeah.
So I have some upstairs still. Got the buffalo chicken. One thing to note, if you do go to Mooney's and you want to get the buffalo chicken, it's not fried chicken. So either you'll be happy because it's healthier or you'll be pissed because it's healthier. I was on the piss because it's healthier because I wanted chicken fingers in buffalo sauce, but whatever. My heart's going to give out at 35, dude. I'm okay with it. It's just how it's going to happen.
So we have to do a challenge then. We have to pick a restaurant and then do their challenge.
And then we can bring the cameras.
Yeah.
So Macy's, they did that challenge. Remember that world record guy tried to beat it?
Yeah.
Of eating the double stack pizza in 26 minutes, the whole pizza.
Didn't work?
I couldn't do that. No, he did it.
Damn.
Yeah, he did it. He crushed it. I was watching it because they live streamed it, and it was the most like repulsive but also erotic thing I've ever watched in my life, because this dude is just dunking pizza crust in water and shoving it down his throat because he's one of those people, you know, like Kobayashi.
Yeah. Except
the reversal after. He didn't reverse, which means Kobayashi threw up all of his hot dogs the one time in the Salem's contest. But anyway, so yeah, he destroyed the Macy's double stack. That's a lot of food, man. Each slice is at least 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And Nick from Macy's told me that he even added more chicken fingers for this guy.
Wow.
And he destroyed it. The thing looked like a murder scene after, though, because there was just cheese and chicken fingers and blood everywhere. And I'm like, what are you doing? Can you chill out a little bit? But I would watch the whole thing.
So we should do that. We should probably go to Mooney's and do the whole. Because mac and cheese is easy.
Maybe we can talk to them. Like, have it be an event where we bring the cameras. And
Great.
just have people just watch us eat food. I don't know. This is like turning into a mukbang or whatever they call it, where people enjoy watching people eat, which makes me super uncomfortable. I don't like watching people eat. Because also, okay, if you eat something, I don't know why I'm getting super fired up right now, but we're talking about food, so it's my favorite. But when you eat and you like take your fork, do you lift your eyes up when you eat?
No.
No, you just keep your head down?
Yeah.
I lift my eyes up, which is weird because sometimes I make eye contact with people.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
Shoving stuff.
That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm in it.
I don't know.
The only time I look up is if I'm with Colleen and we're literally having a conversation and it's just her and I. But when people are around, it's pretty tough for me to look around.
Are you an aggressive eater?
Not an aggressive eater, but I'm a fast eater because I can't eat slow anymore. It's just not a thing. So I'm typically the first one done.
Yeah, me too.
Wherever I go.
Oh, challenge accepted. So it was that they had two challenges. Mooney's had two challenges. One was the 30-minute one, and the other one was another 30-minute one, but it was 6-pound sub, I think. So it was 1 pound of ham, 1 pound of turkey, 1 pound of something, and then they got into like 1 pound of bread and 1 pound of, I forgot what everything else was, but they had two challenges going on. So maybe we'll do the mac and cheese. Let us know. Do you want us to do the mac and cheese challenge at Mooney's? Because I'm totally down.
Totally down.
This video gets 1 like and I'll do it. And I'm the one that likes it. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do it then.
Yeah, this is going to be a riot.
No, if the video gets 10 likes, because normally we teeter on like 5. So if the video gets 10 likes, we'll do it.
All right, sounds good. I'll start training my stomach immediately post-filming.
Oh, yeah. I've been training since birth. Like, I got this.
They're like, send me the whole. And we just add all the pepper. Like going full dad. God.
Have you done any other challenges like that?
Yeah. In Syracuse, they have fairly, I don't want to get it wrong, but it was a breakfast restaurant on Man vs. Food. And Colleen's from Syracuse. Her family's still there.
Yep.
So I asked if we can go there. And they're like, it's kind of a drive, but yeah, we'll do it. I was like, okay. And then I did their challenge. It's at Mother's Cupboard. And it's basically like 12 eggs, like 6 pounds of potatoes, sausage, cheese. It's basically just a massive burrito on a plate. And it's just like slop. And it's so good. And I'm like, there's 6 pounds of potatoes. That's probably going to be the kicker. And it whooped my ass.
Really?
Dude, it was so many potatoes. I'm like, okay, it's like, I'm Irish. I love potatoes.
Like hash browns or
but
something?
Jesus. No, it was kind of, but they're wedged.
Oh, okay.
Like potato wedges. And I was like,
Those are tough.
Goodness, dude, that's a lot of potatoes.
Yeah.
But the eggs were just like, I crushed those. There's sliced peppers in there, destroyed that. Sausage, destroyed that. It was the potatoes that got me. I was like, damn. And I don't think he finished it on Man vs. Food.
Oh, really?
I think the potatoes got him too. It was the original guy that like stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you talk about potatoes, the other pound that I was forgetting at Mooney's was a pound of French fries. So you had to do a pound of French fries.
Potatoes
with
are tough.
6 pound of sub. Yeah, it was. I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but I prefer the mac and cheese one. I can destroy food. I really can. I've eaten a whole pizza before by myself.
Yep.
It's just if I eat it quick enough.
You don't register it.
Yeah, you don't register it. That's why, like, a healthy eating tactic, if you want to limit your portion, is to eat with your left hand. Because it forces you to slow down because you're not as coordinated. And the more you slow down while you eat, the quicker you'll feel full because you're not shoving things into your face every 4 seconds.
So if you're like the half listener that's left-handed, use your right hand.
Yeah, use your right hand. Sorry. Equal. But I'm ambidextrous, so I just destroy everything.
Oh my god. You're like, I don't even use silverware.
Well, the thing yesterday is at Mooney's, they gave you plastic silverware, COVID, but the fork was like this small. So I can only fit 1 to 2 noodles on it at a time. Very frustrating.
They probably got their silverware from the holding center.
Yeah, basically. So I pulled out my spatula out of my back pocket and I'm like, okay, we're good now. My food rake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, destroyed it. It was a good time.
So let us know. We'll be here waiting.
Yeah, and let us know too. Have you done any challenges? Because I wonder if there's other challenges in the Buffalo area that I just don't know of.
There's got to be some for chicken wings.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, I know there's one for like the Scoville level on chicken wings for like heat.
Do you want to do that one?
No. No, I don't want to be on hot ones. I mean, if we get invited to hot ones,
we're gonna do.
We
hot ones.
1000% gonna do it. Because that would be hilarious, and it's hot ones. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to Duff's and have the extreme. Like I'm good.
Or Barbell and get their suicide.
Yeah,
those are hot.
Hot. I had one in my life, and I was just like dying inside.
We went to Deep South. I might have told this story already. I don't know, 37 episodes, and we're basically a year right now. But when we went to Deep South,
yeah,
one of our friends got the scorpion pepper taco, and I had a little powder of it, and I was out of commission. It was tough, dude, and he ate the whole thing. Didn't see him the rest of the night, but he ate the whole thing. It's hot. I can do hot stuff, but I have a hole in my stomach, I'm pretty sure. Out of all the hot sauce that I guzzle and the coffee that I guzzle, I'm telling you, 35 is my year. If we're doing this and I'm 36 years old, we made it. We made
You're living to 105.
Probably.
No doubt.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Jesus. I don't know, man. I just can't get into
That's what I said.
Super hot stuff.
Like last week, nutrition's a joke. Doesn't mean anything.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Is I'm squeaking these chairs because my fat ass can't handle these chairs are like, all right, Dirk, stop eating don't eat Moonies today.
Yeah, your muffin top in the chair.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. God.
Good times. All right, you want to get to rating this thing?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Label branding, same thing. I'm still an
Do you
A+.
want more coffee?
Is there some left?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go up and crush this.
What?
What?
Who? Do you want me to follow you with the camera upstairs?
No.
Let's follow Mike to go get coffee.
SpongeBob, he's over here. He's hiding in the trash can. Okay. He's in the mailbox. All right. So this is super hot, but I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready to singe my tongue. Look at the steam. I hope this is on cameras. Ooh. It's like telling a scary campfire story. Okay. Nose. Oh, hold on. I gotta write this down. I gotta take incredibly impeccable notes. A+.
A plus.
For the label branding.
Oh, we already did it?
Yeah, I said A+.
Oh, Jesus. Where was I?
They haven't changed anything from the last time.
Is that what it was last time? A plus?
Fairly certain.
I just love that their logo is like basically ours. The circle, inside the circle. It's just sweet. It's so pleasing to the eye. All right, sorry. Yes, A plus. All right, perfect.
When you nose coffee or wine, do you, first of all, is nosing wine the same thing as nosing a whiskey? So mouth open, one nostril at a time. Should we do that for coffee?
Yeah, well, that's how you should smell anything.
All right, well, I'm just gonna walk up to Colleen, mouth open, one nostril at a time, and smell her hair.
No, you're supposed to do that because that's how your nose and your mouth and your taste buds work together.
People in the car are gonna be like, "Did I just kill a goose?" Like, what in the world?
No, your mouth and your nose work together, right? Your nose.
Apparently, I guess they have a brain. We're talking to each other while we sleep.
They don't involve the ears though. The ears are separate. No, smell is a huge portion of taste.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to keep your mouth open.
Well, for the nose, I'm getting.
But you're also not supposed to open your mouth to the fullest extent to smell. You just need airflow. If you open your mouth very wide like you're eating something, people are going to think that you have an issue. Especially if you don't have your mask on. All right, so, so nose. What are you getting?
Cinnamon.
Yeah, I'm getting more. So, this chocolate, I don't get your traditional, like, milk chocolate. It's dark, like cacao. That's what I'm getting in the nose. It's not a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate. It's highly concentrated form of chocolate. Do you get that too?
Yes.
It's not like you're smelling a Hershey's candy bar. You're smelling cacao nibs, like Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
What would you rate it? A+?
A+, yeah.
Initial taste.
Initial taste is straight Nutella.
Yes.
Which is why you and I agree that this should be called, and it is called, the chocolate hazelnut cinnamon rather than the chocolate cinnamon hazelnut, because the first initial taste is 1000% Nutella. But like a deeper form of Nutella. Again, it's not milk chocolate or anything. It's not as, how should I say, sweet as Nutella, because Nutella is made with a more like milk chocolate or lesser percentage of chocolate. So it's not going to be as sweet, I guess, as Nutella.
Yeah, I mean, this is coffee compared to like a legit chocolate
Right,
dessert.
sure,
So
yeah.
it's, yeah. But you're getting the chocolate and the Nutella up front in the initial taste. And it's overpowering and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm all into this. I'm still going to give this like an A++.
Mm-hmm. A++. I like it.
Ending notes is where I'm getting the hazelnut, and then the end of the ending note is where I'm getting the cinnamon.
Yep. And I'm getting a little bit of earth, like
Yeah.
an earthy quality to it too. So, very natural.
So good.
I love it, man. I just love coffee so much. And I'm so happy that Premium wanted us to do this review. It just makes me so happy. Coffee's my life. So thank you very much, Premium Coffee, because this is incredible.
I haven't had, dude, any flavor they have is great. Their French vanilla is amazing. Their house brew is super nice.
Yeah.
Their dark roast is really good.
They're the type of coffee company where you do not need creamer with it, because they
Yeah.
So they realize, and like you said in the beginning of the episode, they realize that the flavors come out with a lighter roast of coffee, so they make it with a lighter roast of coffee. And if you wanted to have a darker roast, you can mix the two. But their light roast and what they package to sell with just the coffee or the chocolate, hazelnut, cinnamon brings out so many of the flavors that's different than what you would get at a different coffee roastery, because they might not necessarily put the emphasis on the flavors and more on the coffee. But their house blend is so good that they can do that. It's just incredible. All right, so what do we give it for ending note? A plus? Plus?
A++.
Okay, perfect. All right, want to do a final rating?
Yeah, give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.
94. Boom.
Nice. We don't agree to the number quite often.
No.
When we do, you know it's good.
I agree.
I agree. You have to do it at least once per episode.
Also, sorry, my mind's all over the place. This is great. Definitely check out Premium Coffee. They're right in Lackawanna. Like Lackawanna, Woodlawn area. They're technically still Lackawanna, but check them out. Walk in, have them ask. They're amazing staff, super friendly. They always treat you right. They get you what you want. Everybody works extremely fast because they're all hyped up on coffee, which is great. So if you're ever in a pinch on time, if you're ever just swinging in on lunch, I mean, there's different ways to skin the cat. So definitely check them out. They're also on social media.
Right, PETA's going to come after us now.
Yeah, probably. It's fine. So lost like 15 subs. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and they're also on our YouTube channel for their interview, where they mention all the things that they do, where they get a lot of their products, in regards to like the beans, and they're awesome. So definitely show them some love and give them a follow. So for my other point before I lose it, sick, just lost it.
Perfect.
Damn.
Was it a summation point or was it a different point than what we've talked about?
It was a different point to wrap up the summation. It was a summation point, but it was new. God damn. Hold on, I'll think of it. It's fine. Go ahead and talk.
Well, I was going to sum us up, bro. Well, in the meantime, while Mike's thinking of that, make sure you leave comments below on the places that also have challenges, because we want to know. And also let us know 10 likes on this video and we'll go do the Moonies challenge. So please like it, share it with some of your friends, and also let us know about any shirts. If you want one of these shirts, these awesome Whiskey Makes It All Better shirt. You can't see because of everything in front of me, but Whiskey Makes It All Better. If you want one of these shirts, let us know, because we'll make sure we include it in on one of the pre-orders that we're doing for these shirts.
I remember what it was.
Perfect. Go for it.
People are starting to ask if we're doing the Buffalo Happy Hour party still.
Gotcha.
And the answer to that is yes. We are just trying to figure out when it's okay, based on the number of people allowed at a gathering. But yes, that's not off the table. We are still going to do it. We just have to figure out when. So that discussion is already occurring, and we appreciate you guys asking and being present in the things that we discussed about pre-Rona. So be on the lookout for that. I'm probably like phase 4 or after, because there's going to be more than like 25 people. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, we just want to make sure that everything's taken
kosher,
care of and good, and we don't, if we get to a point eventually in one of these phases where restaurants don't have any restrictions anymore, because we don't want to have to get to a point where we're like extremely socially distancing this happy hour, because that's not what this is all about, where everyone has to be 6 feet away from each other. So we want to make sure that Buffalo Distilling is cool with everything, we're cool with everything, and everybody can socialize and hang out together, because that's the whole intent of this happy hour.
Same with our guests. Yeah. We're not forcing anybody to show up. So if you're not comfortable, then obviously don't live outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. And if you already paid for your ticket, we can refund you if you're not comfortable of attending.
Yeah. But to mitigate all of that, we're going to wait until, we're well over 85% of people and their comfort levels being fine. So, but yeah, that's what I got. So show some love, follow us, like us, drop comments. We appreciate you. And then we will see you next week.
Yep. This has been episode 37.
Boom.
Boom. We're out.